How's it going, everyone? In today's video I'm going to take you through a little hotel gym workout. It's not going to be the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm just going to show you how I'm training when I'm on the road, and I've obviously got limited equipment and such, and yeah, just how you can keep training to keep yourself ticking over and still get a decent enough workout. And this is what I sort of tell all my clients to do when they go away and when they're in a limited space. And yeah, I'm just going to show you how you can best do that and still get a good workout in. And if in this video you see me keep turning my head like this every 2 seconds, it's because I'm paranoid somebody's going to come in. So nobody's came in the 10 minutes that I've kept trying to do this and kept ruining the recording by doing that every 2 seconds. So hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully I can get through the full video and it doesn't go to waste. Spoiler alert, somebody did come in the gym and ruin the recording session, so just going to have to do the voiceover back in the hotel room, but I still got all the exercises filmed to show you, and I got a wee bit talking done when I was in there. All the usual stuff though, like, subscribe, so you can help fund all these trips away that I'm not paying for, please. And yes, it helps me out massively, doesn't cost you a penny, and yes, let's actually get on with the training. Now, very importantly to start with, we're going to get our cardio in, get ourselves nice and warm and ready to go for the session. Oh, and that's us done. So, we're all warmed up, ready to go. Now we're going to start attacking the weights. So to summarise, when you're away and training on the road and you're in a situation like I was in, when you're in a hotel gym, they've got a very small selection of equipment, no Olympic bar or plates or free weights of any kind, apart from a very small selection of very light dumbbells. You've got just a few machines in there that tend to be just not very good machines. You just have to go in and make do the best of what you've got and just find ways to still have an effective workout. But the good thing is your definition of an effective workout when you're away isn't going to be the same as when you're back home and training normally. So your aim when you're away is literally just to do enough to keep you ticking over, so that when you get back home and you can start training properly, you can just hit the ground running again. And I like to compare it to like a car battery. Like if you leave a car battery for too long and you don't use it, like eventually it just goes dead. And that's what your muscles are like. Obviously we want to give our muscles time to recover, but if you just do nothing for too long, then they kind of go off, you go to sleep, and then it kind of takes a wee bit for it to get back and going again. And when you're away and doing like a hotel workout or whatever, even that light training will still be enough for you to recover. Like you don't have to do zero to go to fully recovered, if that makes sense. So started off with my legs, literally the only leg equipment that was in there, but is what is, at least it was a leg press and not just like a leg extension or something like that. So it was very awkward to use, but managed to go in, get a decent workout. You'll see here that I'm keeping everything very slow. I'm focusing on my time under tension. I'm trying to make the lightest weight feel as hard as possible. And you'll see I get to the end, I've still got plenty in the tank. I'm still working relatively hard, and I still done my 4 sets and came off it at the end thinking, oh, that's a wee bit of jelly legs going on here. Don't even know if you can see me, I'm that far away. But next we're moving on to triceps. Now why are we doing our smaller muscle groups before our bigger muscle groups, like our chest and our shoulders and our pushing movements? Well, quite simply because I've not got enough weight here to actually get a proper workout from like the dumbbells and machines and such that are here. So what I'm doing is, quite simply, I'm doing my triceps first to burn them out, to make them tired, so when it comes to my chest and shoulder exercises, they've got to actually work harder, because I'm not going to be able to work as hard through the triceps. Hopefully that makes sense and you see the logic there. So this is the point where the person came in, so now it's going to be exclusively me talking from here. So what I done, oh fuck, I can't remember what I done. Moved on to my shoulders, I moved on to do some lat raises. I think I've done 4 sets of 10 or 12 here. So again, I've done my smaller muscles, I've tired them out. Fairly easy to get a productive workout with those lighter weights on the smaller muscle groups, because obviously you're not using the big massive weights on those all the time. And at that point it was time for me to move on to my chest. Now with the chest, it was going to be really difficult for me to have an effective chest workout, because literally all they had was dumbbells that went up to like 26 kilos or something like that, 50 pounds. So yeah, really difficult, but still managed the way to make it work. So obviously I had already done my triceps and my shoulders, so I was a wee bit pre-fatigued, and I was just going to try and find a way to make a chest exercise that I could do the hardest possible. And what I decided to do was incline dumbbell bench press. So the 3 things I've done to make it hard: put it on the highest incline that I could without turning it into a shoulder press, so it was at a very high incline. I done 3 to 4 second eccentrics, so I was lowering the weight as slow as possible, and that obviously just makes the muscles work a little bit harder. And then I got to the bottom and I made sure I had a nice long pause. So by doing all of those things, that really increased the time under tension, and by the time I got to like the final reps off the sets of 10, not feeling like hard as such, but I certainly feel like I got a decent pump from it, and I certainly came away feeling like I had still worked my chest. And that's what you need to do in these situations. When you're like really that limited, it's about trying to make the lightest weights feel as hard as possible. And obviously I've done the pre-fatigue stuff, I made the exercise harder, and I still went in and got a fairly effective workout. Now, to show you the opposite of that for my pulling muscles, so my back and my biceps, I just done them in a normal order, so doing the harder exercise first, aka my back, and then I followed up with biceps after as well. So obviously, pull-ups, can do them almost anywhere as long as you've got a pull-up station, so I was lucky enough that I could do my pull-ups. So I was able to do them as normal, rattled out sets of 8 to 10. By the time I got to the 4th set, I was already feeling pretty tired, which when I'm training normally, I'd be able to like rattle out those reps pretty comfortably, but again, because I'm away, maybe not slept the same, especially now because I'm so jet lagged. Food's not the same, you know, you're just out of that mindset. That was actually quite a hard workout, and that was effective. So again, if you have an exercise or a machine or enough equipment that you can go and push yourself to maybe not like your absolute max, but still what would be a decent enough session, then by all means go and do that. And that's obviously still going to help you train hard and, you know, actually stimulate your muscles, and also allow them to recover for coming home to go 100% again. It doesn't have to be like, take it like so ridiculously easy or do nothing at all for your muscles to recover. So went in, got my pull-up workout done. And then last but not least, finished off with my biceps, and I could train these pretty normally, just maybe not quite as heavy as I normally would, not quite as hard, but who doesn't love a bicep pump at any point in life? So done incline curls, put it on the lowest incline, done a moderate amount of weight. I would love to tell you the actual weight, but upon recording this, I've actually forgot. But I've went away and yeah, managed to, you know, train them as normal and felt like I had a good pump. So hopefully that lets you see that you can go away and travel in the most imperfect scenario with the absolute least amount of equipment and still get a decent workout. And obviously you maybe be in a hotel gym or whatever that has even less equipment than that, but it's still about just kind of finding a way to get it done. And I managed to go in, and I've trained every day since I've been away, and yeah, I'm feeling good. Just feel like I've got a little bit of a pump, don't feel lazy, my muscles are feeling satisfied and feeling juicy, and the jet lag's really catching up to me because I'm just rambling and talking shite now. I should have just recorded this yesterday when it was all fresh in my head. See, that's what I always tell you about putting stuff off. It never fucking works out for you, ever, 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 ever. So I'm back on the road again to travel tomorrow, and I'm away for another 6 days, and I'll still try and train, get my 3 sessions in as I go. I've actually forgot half the stuff I meant to mention. All the usual info's in the description, social medias, coaching inquiry form. I am filling up my January diary already, so if you are interested, please don't hesitate to fill out that form or go on my socials and drop me a message and we can just have a wee chat. Ramadan enough, I'm gonna go and try and get some sleep. I'll see you in the next video.